know what you're thinking. Why are we having a team safety meeting? I would rather be working on the robot. Relax. We just have a few things to talk about, and it won't take long. Does your team have personal safety rules? Everyone needs to understand what behavior is okay and what isn't. What are suitable boundaries between adults and team members, between individual team members themselves, and between team members and younger children. When I say everyone, I mean the whole team, including adult mentors and coaches. First Youth Protection focuses on the boundaries that will protect each team member from emotional, physical, or sexual abuse. Think of the villain from your favorite book or movie. They didn't wake up one day and say, "I think I'll be a villain." They evolved into the role. And so it is with abusers. Everyone should know and understand out-of-bounds behaviors so we can take steps to stop them. Behaviors cover a range from healthy to concerning to abusive. If you've been on a first team before, you know that we stress healthy behaviors, driven by a term we all know, coined by someone we all love.
In First, we do our best work while helping others and treating folks with respect and kindness. This ethos is something I like to call gracious professionalism. Please remember that it is extremely important. In fact, it's expected that you practice gracious professionalism, everyone. It's not always easy, but it will make First a sweet experience, and it can have a big positive impact in all areas of your life.
Let's identify some behaviors that concern us or make us uncomfortable. An older or larger teen consistently looking for ways to have alone time with a particular team member. An adult or larger teen roughhousing too much. And then there are behaviors that should never be tolerated. Offensive language or gestures. Bullying, threatening, or hazing. Physical, verbal, or sexual abuse. Healthy behaviors are easy to respond to. Just say thank you. It's a little trickier to respond to concerning behavior. We're already uncomfortable, right? There are things you can do depending on the situation. Tell the person they are making you uncomfortable and exactly why. Remind them of the specific rule they are breaking. Tell someone in authority that you trust as soon as possible. Abusive behavior is the most difficult to respond to. It can be frightening or intimidating. Depending on the situation, you can yell for help, dial 911, tell someone you trust as soon as possible. Can you think of 3 adults you could depend on if you found yourself in a concerning or abusive situation? You'll feel less intimidated and scared if you already know who you can talk to. Abuse can happen slowly over time and become more and more dangerous. Pay attention to the small things. Let's look at some examples of all 3 types of behavior. Here is an example of a green light behavior.
Wow, guys, that was awesome. Nice job, drivers.
Thanks, Dominique.
Thanks.
Now an example of yellow light behavior.
All right, guys, so here's the plan. Jake, you're gonna go work on the prototype, okay?
Okay.
Brennan, start on the programming, all right? Girls, I'd like you to stay back here and finish the poster, and then you can start on the t-shirt design.
Actually, Coach, they're great programmers too. Could we have them help out with that, and then we could all work on the poster together?
Sure, that'll work.
When you see that kind of discrimination happening, speak up. Finally, red light behavior.
Lucas, what the is your problem?
Sorry, I thought I was doing
How
it
many
right.
times did I tell you, stupid little Go join the Glee Club.
But
Don't be such a little girl.
It's always better to tell someone when you or someone you know is being mistreated in any way. What happens on your team when a rule is broken? Your team needs to decide what should happen in the event of yellow light situations. Appropriate consequences should be talked about in advance and should be clear to everyone. Certainly, you should have 0 tolerance for bullying, threatening or hazing, emotional, physical, or sexual abuse. Remember, words are just as damaging and hurtful as actual abuse. Don't worry, what you just saw was makeup, but I bet it made you think about how much words can really hurt. Let's talk about different kinds of abuse. Emotional abuse is behavior towards someone that is demeaning or disrespectful, such as verbal threats, social isolation, intimidation, unreasonable demands, attacking self-esteem. Physical abuse is non-accidental use of physical force against someone that causes bodily injury or the risk of bodily injury. Sexual abuse is any form of sexualized interaction with someone by a more powerful individual. Sexual abuse may occur through inappropriate physical contact, as well as with behaviors that do not involve any physical contact. Never ignore yellow or red light behaviors. If something doesn't feel right, tell a trusted adult right away. So make sure to take some time to create rules that will help keep everyone safe. And we're done. Thanks for watching.